inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now they'll audible to something else. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Penix. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's first and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To the air with McCarthy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They are going for it. Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard
On
line.
1st and 10, it's Robinson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Completes this to Addison out left. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air again, McCarthy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And looking to throw, Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Atlanta.
To the air, Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now McCarthy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
13-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 21-3 is your score after 1. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Now Penix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's brought in downfield by London. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw Penix.
At the 45-yard line.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The man in motion is Brown. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Koo for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Vikings 3. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A play fake. Now Penix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go now.
In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And London, the motion man right. On the bootleg, it's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Troy Anderson. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. 20, 10, and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown from 3 yards out. And the Falcons just continue to roll. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 11. They drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
First down. A gain of 42 yards on the
They
play.
don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready.
Here's Penix. Touchdown Falcons! Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Warriors. Ready. 19.
Throwing is McCarthy. The left side completion to Jones. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
70 Rangers. 70 Lions. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Take over.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 57 yards. And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Vikings 10. Will Record to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Robinson. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
they'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hackinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
To the air again, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll look to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson,
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
and the Vikings are able to at least get one score back.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Penix. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
to the air. Penix. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Robinson up the middle. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
And it's third down.
And looking to throw, Penix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
And the Vikings, first down.
18, Pioneer.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit out and back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Cougar 19. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
19 Lion. Check up.
Here's McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Vikings 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. There he goes again. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. 65 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now they'll change things up. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun on third down. McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score. Let's pick it up. Check up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. McCarthy is set to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now McCarthy. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Yeah, we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight.
To the air with McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4. It's still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he works free. Now he's into the clear again. How about this? He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 75. And the Falcons add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Koo now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, good return up past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to...
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
38 yards on the play.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. The left side completion to Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
70 Ranger, let's go. 70 Timber Wolf. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Take go.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
To the air again, McCarthy. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back is a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now for the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That flag, that'll push them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18
Back to throw. McCarthy. Now he's free to midfield. He's to the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
77. Vikings 52.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Penix working out of the gun here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.